Right, so we back. Champions League action continues tonight. Red Bull Leipzig versus Atletico Madrid. And yeah, of course, this is a massive game like they all are at this stage in the Champions League. The winner of this game will face Paris Saint-Germain in the semi-finals. And then, of course, once you get to the semi-finals, it is all to play for. The players I'm looking out for today: two Chelsea targets on the Atletico Madrid team, Jan Oblak and Jose Maria Jimenez. Also, Diego Costa back on my screen after 3 long seasons without it. And in terms of the RB Leipzig players that I want to watch, they're kind of like a collective group that are best when they're playing with each other like Atalanta. But the main player I'm looking forward to seeing tonight is Dayot Upamecano, the French monster of a centre-back who is highly tipped to be going to a big European club soon. I know he's just signed a new contract at Leipzig, but let's be honest, he won't be there for long, and I'm going to see if all the hype is actually justified with him tonight. So it should be a very interesting game. We're literally a minute in now. And yeah, I can't even pick a favourite, to be honest, because of course Leipzig are missing Timo Werner, who is currently playing for the mighty Frank Lampard's Blues. But yeah, this should be a very interesting spectacle, so let's see who comes out on top. Right, so about 17 minutes into this game now, and I have to say, Leipzig, I've been quite impressed with their start so far. I mean, they're playing a very high line, they're playing some good football, they're working off the ball. Both sides have had decent enough chances, and the Leipzig keepers had to make 1 or 2 decent saves so far, but I think Leipzig will be the happier of the two so far. But yeah, still scoreless at this moment in time. Right, so we're into the first minute of 4 minutes of added time in this first half. Not been the greatest game in terms of out-and-out action, if I'm being perfectly honest, but it doesn't really surprise me considering although Atletico Madrid are a decent team in Europe, they're not really known for their like expressive attacking brand of football, so of course this was never going to be like an open game. I have to say though, I have been quite impressed with the way Leipzig have played in this first half. They're very expansive, you know, they like to go forward the whole time, one-touch passing, and yeah, I think it's only a matter of time before they break this Atletico barrier down, because of course they're trying to create a lot of openings, and I think all it takes is one opening to open up, and then they just need to take that chance. I think it needs a Leipzig goal to open up this game and make Atletico give more of an incentive to try and go forward and score themselves. Have been very impressed as well with Dayot Upamecano, of course, one of the players I said I was going to watch in this game. Looks like a very, very solid defender, you know, he's got a very good build, he's very strong, he's very quick, he seems to be a very good reader of the game. The one thing I kind of like about him as well is that his attitude is always to try and go forward. I mean, that's what we kind of need at Chelsea out of a centre-back, so if Frank Lampard is watching this, make sure you give him a cheeky call-up. I think Yusuf Poulsen up front for Leipzig needs to get more of an involvement in this game as well. He needs to offer himself more, because if Leipzig are to score, they need Poulsen involved, because of course he is the striker, and the way Leipzig play, you really need a sharp finisher in the box, and I think that that's where they're missing Timo Werner tonight. But yeah, let's see what happens in the second half. I'm really hoping that there's an early goal in the second half that kind of opens this up and maybe opens up the floodgates. So yeah, let's see. There we bloody go. Leipzig 1, Atletico Madrid 0. Dani Olmo, the Spanish maestro, scoring against his Spanish compatriots. Good pass down the line, it's whipped in by Sabitzer, and a brilliant header near post by Dani Olmo, who glances it into the far corner to beat Jan Oblak. And that is the goal we needed to completely open up this game. Leipzig have fully deserved it. They've been by far the most expansive team in this game. They've been a lot more willing to go forward and take risks in the final third, and they've got their goal that they deserve. And yeah, now Atletico Madrid have no choice but to go for it, because of course if they do not score, they are out of the Champions League. Alright, so the Portuguese centre forward João Felix is on the field of play. £130 million or something he cost, didn't he? And yeah, from what I've heard and seen, his first season at Atletico Madrid wasn't anything to pull the trees out of the ground, so he does need to stand up and make himself heard, preferably on the Champions League stage. Okay, so Renan Lodi of Atletico Madrid, their left back, has just been booked for diving in the penalty area, challenged by Upamecano. It actually did look like a penalty from my angle, but we're going to see now. And yeah, it actually is a clear dive. I genuinely thought Atletico Madrid had a penalty, but yeah, a very much clear dive by Renan Lodi. Very good decision from the referee, so we move. Right, so Lodi did get booked last time out, but this time Atletico Madrid do in fact have a penalty. Klosterman bringing down João Felix in the penalty area. João Felix doing really well to glide into the penalty area, and yeah, very clear penalty. Klosterman hooks his legs, and Atletico Madrid have a golden opportunity to draw themselves on level terms in this Champions League quarter-final. And it will be the Portuguese man João Felix who will step up to take this. He did very well to win the penalty in the first place, so I think that he would deserve to score this. He's made a very big difference off the bench so far for Atletico. Can he put this away? He does. Galaxy nearly got a touch to it, but Atletico Madrid find themselves back on level terms. João Felix off the bench. I said he needed to make a name for himself, and he's doing just that so far. Did very well the 1-2 with Costa, glides into the box and does very, very well. And not a bad penalty either, in truth. Slots it very much away into the bottom corner of the net. So now we've got a very good game on our hands. About 20 or so minutes left to play. 1-1. RB Leipzig have done it. 88th minute. Tyler Adams, the young American off the bench, has potentially won it for Leipzig and put them into the semi-finals. I actually can't believe it. Angelino with the ball in, whips it back to Tyler Adams, who shoots, and it deflects in past Jan Oblak. Nothing more than Leipzig have deserved, because bar a few moments of brilliance from João Felix, Leipzig Leipzig have created the better chances in this game for the whole 90 minutes. I'm not going to speak too soon because of course Leipzig aren't through yet, because of course what we saw last night from Atalanta will tell you otherwise. But Leipzig are a couple of minutes away from the Champions League semi-final, and they were literally founded 11 years ago. Like, that is an absolutely unbelievable story. 1 minute of normal time left to play, plus probably about 3 or 4 minutes of injury time, so Atletico do still have time, but they are going to have to go for it. They've played their best football when they've had to go for it in this game, in fairness. I don't know why they just didn't start like that. It is going to be a hell of a nervy last 3 minutes to this game for Leipzig. Atletico really going for it. They have literally every single man except for the goalkeeper in the box. Morata! Oh, so close. And there is the full-time whistle. At historic night for RB Leipzig. They reached the Champions League semi-finals. They will be playing against PSG in the semi-finals of the Champions League. What a performance. I really have been very impressed with Leipzig today. I mean, they played some very good football. Atletico Madrid really couldn't get any hands on them whatsoever. And Atletico Madrid face heartbreak in the quarter-finals of the Champions League, much like we saw from Atalanta last night. But yeah, overall, not the most amusing game if I'm being honest, but 3 goals, you can't really complain. Some late drama, so always good to see that. In terms of the standout performers, for RB Leipzig, I've been very impressed with Dayot Upamecano, as I've said multiple times in this video. Brilliant defensive display from him, not much wrong he did in the game. I was also quite impressed as well with Kevin Campbell in the middle of the park. I thought he was very much getting on the ball whenever he could. He looked to get on the ball as much as possible. He was creating quite a lot going forward. He very rarely misplaced the pass, so yeah, quite a good game from him as well. But yeah, at the end of the day, all that matters is that RB Leipzig scored 1 more goal than Atletico Madrid on the night to progress to the Champions League semi-finals. Going to be a very interesting game between them and PSG, and then tomorrow we have Bayern Munich versus Barcelona, the big one, the big game of this quarter-final round. I cannot wait to see if Messi can dethrone Bayern Munich, because I think that Bayern Munich are probably the favourites for this competition at the moment. But yeah, that is where we're going to end this video. The Champions League coming thick and fast. I'm really much looking forward to the games we have left to play. And yeah, if you did enjoy, make sure to drop a like on the video. Much more Champions League content coming your way. Also make sure to subscribe to the channel, because we are looking to get 300 subscribers as soon as we possibly can. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. So yeah, see ya.